Okay, what am I forgetting to do? I feel like I did everything, right? We live? I think we're live, right? Oh, let me just bump the desk 45 more times. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta put the arms on the chair up. One I said on this side of the desk. All right, let's see. We're not gonna use the wet palette right now. We're gonna use just the regular palette pad here. So let's put this out of the way. Okay. There we go. All right. I think we're ready to go. All right. Let's start it off. All right. Hey everybody. Welcome to Painting on the Dark Side. This is kind of the alternate stream to Gaming on the Dark Side. So this will be the continuation of the stream from yesterday, where we did some base coats on these 4 mechs. Well, really, we only did 2 of them. Okay, what did we do yesterday? Let's just recap. Let's see. We put washes on all of the mechs, and then we brought back the base tones on this Atlas and this Atlas. Yeah. So now they have washes, and they're kind of colorful again. I mean, they're still just blue. What's up, Irish Rogue? Yo, good to see you, man. Yo, hey, I sent you that thing you asked me for. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but you know, yeah. Anyway, let's see. So, what I have done off camera since yesterday is I just brought back the midtones on the Archer and the Raven. So here's what that looks like. Again, I don't know how close I can get these to the camera without them going out of focus. This camera doesn't autofocus. It just focuses on things at a certain distance. So if I get them real close like this, they're not going to be in focus, and it will not autofocus on that. And there's nothing I can do about it. But anyway, this is what it looks like now that we've done that. And then I'll show you guys the Raven. I did, thank you. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was at work when you texted me, so yeah. It took me a minute, but yeah. That's fine. Anyway, and then this is what the Raven looks like. Okay. Oh, and there's an ad on what's this thing called? Oh my god, this thing I never use. So I get a Spotify ad on Spotify. Yay. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to continue using Spotify to do the music on this, because it's really good. Like, this playlist is very good. Like, and there are a lot more playlists than just the synthwave thing that we're doing right now. But you know what? I like synthwave, so I'm gonna keep doing synthwave. Anyway, that's where we are currently. So the next step, for which we're going to need the normal palette, is this. We are going to take these mechs, and I didn't get out anything I'm going to need beforehand, because I'm awesome like that. But we're going to take Vallejo Electric Blue, which is like the next step up from Magic Blue. And we're going to take this, and we're going to dry brush it all over these 4 mechs. So it will create kind of a highlight type thing. So for these 3, I think we're going to just go with the large dry brush, but then the Raven's kind of small, so I think we're going to go with small to medium-sized dry brush. If you have makeup brushes or anything like that, they work also for dry brushing. I don't have makeup brushes, but I do have dry brushes. Let's see. I've got a nice selection of dry brushes, actually. I think probably my favorite one that I don't use enough is actually my GW dry brush, my GW large dry brush. Fantastic dry brush. It's great. I do use it, but I mean, look at the bristles. They're almost brand new. I don't use it that much. What I use more often, actually, is this. This is just some random cheapo dry brush that I got off of Amazon for, like, it came, you know, it just came in a pack of random cheap brushes with synthetic bristles and stuff. You don't need an amazing brush for dry brushing, you know, but what you do need for dry brushing is something with very thick bristles, and wow, I didn't even clean that out good apparently, or it's dusty, or both. Anyway, but what you do need is something with very thick bristles, and this brush has it. So I'm gonna just get the dust right on out of that. Okay, there we go. We'll just lap it off a couple times there, and then laugh about that turn of phrase. And we have a selection of other dry brushes. I've also got my GW medium dry brush, and I have, let's see, what is this one? Oh, this is the Army Painter large dry brush. Notice the difference. In fact, okay, GW large dry brush, Army Painter large dry brush. Ha ha ha. This does have its place, though. I think we might actually use the Army Painter large dry brush to dry brush the Raven. It's very good for, like, small to medium-sized models. It could work for these atlases and the Archer and stuff. However, remember the thing I said in the last stream, we want to use the largest brush we can possibly get away with. So that's either going to be our GW large dry brush, which I don't think there's really a call to use the really nice GW large dry brush here. I think we're going to use our much more generic, just like $2 or $3 Amazon large dry brush here. And then what we're going to do is a very cool process where we take some electric blue, and I'm going to shake it up off of the camera because I don't want to hit anything, basically, like I just did there. Okay, and then we're going to put a small amount of that on the palette. You don't need a whole shitload, just a little bit. Just about that much. Let's see. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to get this wet. That's why it's called dry brushing. But we're not going to get this wet. We're just going to kind of, we're going to plop this. If I were left-handed, it would be much easier to see what I was doing, right? Oh, hey, I should put the camera on the other side. Huh. Interesting thought. Okay, and then we just kind of come over here to the napkin like this, and then we just kind of get all this off. We just get most of the paint off of it. So what we want is a pretty dry brush that has one time like heard of the concept of paint. And now you can see the end of it kind of looks like this. All right, so we're just gonna take a mech, and then we're just gonna start going like this. We're just gonna kind of go at it in ways that are perpendicular to the surface of it. And I don't know how well this actually comes out on this little webcam type thing, but this is actually making it very much lighter and stuff. So when we put it back down, you'll see, or maybe you won't depending on how good this camera is, that this mech is now much lighter than the other mechs next to it. Actually, I don't know that this is really achieving the effect I wanted. It's making it look a little dusty. But, really the idea is to give it a kind of quick set of highlights, but I don't know. It doesn't really appear to be doing that. It's just making it kind of lighter. Well, if it doesn't achieve the effect that we wanted, then we'll just do a different thing. It is doing it a little bit. We can see it's kind of catching the raised areas, the edges on the arms here and stuff. It is working to a degree. Maybe if we just kind of go in one direction with it, that'll work a little better. I don't know. Dry brushing is an interesting thing, and we can try dry brushing different colors, but really I think if dry brushing the electric blue doesn't achieve the result that I want, then we'll just go through and kind of manually edge highlight it, I guess. And we'll probably still use the electric blue to do that. But yeah, okay, let's compare that to a model that I haven't done this to yet. That doesn't look that much different. That didn't really achieve the result that I wanted. It did a little bit. It made it lighter. It made that base coat lighter. And that's good. I like it. So it's not like, okay, it wasn't a waste of time. But I was hoping for more of a pronounced highlight than that. And we can achieve that. But we might have to lighten that paint up a little bit. Let's try it on this atlas here. Let's see. But then it also could just be the case that the electric blue is not enough of a step up from the magic blue that we already have on this. I mean, it is a step up, but when we're actually looking at it, when we're dry brushing it, yeah, it's not, okay, that's really not doing anything, is it? Nah, okay. All right, so we have options. Okay, so option number one is we can take our electric blue and we can mix it with a lighter color. Like, what do I have right here? I have Althuan Gray right here. We could mix it with Althuan Gray. We could mix it with, we could just mix it with white, just straight up white. That would make it much lighter. But if we mix that and then we try to dry brush it again, what I do see happen on this model is, like I was just saying, is it just made the overall base coat lighter, and that's not what I want. That's not the effect I want. What I want is for the dry brush to just catch the edges, the sharp edges, like here on his back, like this stuff here, and just kind of give it a quick overall edge highlight. But it seems like that's not gonna be the thing. So I think we will not dry brush. In fact, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put white and Althuan Gray back in the rack, and we'll still use the electric blue, but we're just gonna paint it on manually. We're just gonna use a nice small brush, and we're gonna paint the electric blue on and just do a manual edge highlight, which will take longer. I mean, I like to do dry brushing like this because it's normally quick. But in the case of these two colors, it turns out there's not enough differentiation between them for this to be really effective. So, okay. And sometimes you just have to experiment before you really are going to know what's going to be effective. And since I've never painted, House Davion mechs before, I really don't think I've ever painted anything just a base blue color like this before. I've never painted like ultramarines or anything. Like when I paint, Warhammer 40k models, it's Space Marines, but I play Dark Angels, so it's green. And then when I paint those, I dry brush progressively lighter colors of green on them, and that works pretty well. But maybe that doesn't work as well for blue, I don't know. Let's see. So, okay, I'm just gonna take that brush down from the boom arm, and then this one's gonna be harder to get up there. It's a little bigger, so you can see that barely fits on the back of the dry brush, but now I'm gonna hang my large dry brush from the boom arm. Can we see that in front? No, can't see that. But anyway, now I'm gonna get a new paper towel. That one's pretty much expended. So Yeah, when we dry brush, we're pretty much going to expend one or two paper towels here. But now we get a nice fresh one. Great. Okay, and then I don't need the regular palette pad right now. We'll go back to using the wet palette. So here's what we need right here. Okay, just grab that. Now I'm not gonna highlight the crap out of them. I'm just gonna do some kind of quick edge highlights that make them look, you know, that make them pop, basically. But I'm not gonna go crazy with it, because again, these are, like I said in the last stream, we're not trying to win a golden demon. We're not trying to win a crystal brush. We're just trying to get these into a condition where we can confidently put them on the tabletop and play a game with them. And so that's what we're going to do. So now what I need is a small brush, like maybe, let's see, this is a 03. And that's the same brand of brush that I was using yesterday. This number 2 from just generic Amazon brushes, and this is a 03 of generic Amazon brushes. Or, let's see, I do have, why doesn't that have a thing on? Or I did have, anyways, some army painter brushes in here that would be a good size for this. Insane detail? No, that's not what I need. Okay, where did my nice army painter brushes go? There we go. Okay, so we could use this generic Amazon 03, or we could use this slightly nicer army painter detail brush. We could go really either way with it. I think the Amazon brush is a little bit bigger, so I tend to go with the larger size brush. And for edge highlighting, you may not want to do that, because sometimes it's hard to get it precisely in the place where you want it. But let's see. Yeah, okay, that rolls into a nice point. All right, we'll try this, and if we need a slightly smaller brush, we'll get out the army painter detail brush. How about that? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shake up the electric blue one more time, and then we'll put some electric blue down on the wet palette there. Just a little dot. You don't need a whole bunch of it. Okay, and then let's grab our atlas here, and let's see what happens. Let's see how much differentiation there is between the magic blue and the electric blue. This is normally the color that I use to highlight it. Okay, now I can see that. I can see the differentiation there. I don't know if that really shows up on camera, and it's very subtle. So the problem that we might actually have been having with the dry brushing was that we were just not... We might have to use more of an off-white than a light blue to actually highlight this. Because, well, I can see that. It's just very subtle. Wow. It's just very subtle. And I'm not really looking for subtle here. I'm really looking for, like, pop and, like, you know, sharp contrast is kind of what I'm looking for here. Let's just do this whole arm, or maybe not the whole arm, but let's do several places on the arm here, and then we'll make a determination as to what we're gonna do. This is another thing I was saying yesterday, is I'm the sort of painter who doesn't really plan this stuff in advance. I just kind of try stuff and see what works. So if this works, then we'll keep doing it. And if it doesn't work, well, I'll try something else. Also, this is drying out really fast. I might need to add a little bit of flow improver to it. Okay, can anybody see that? Can we see what that's doing on the camera? Because if you can't see it on the camera, then that's not what I'm going for. If you can't make this out on camera, then that is not the amount of contrast I'm looking for. I want very sharp contrast here. So, this may be a little bit too subtle. Okay, can we see that? I'm looking at it on OBS and I can't really tell. Can anybody else tell? Can anyone else tell where I've highlighted this? Let's see. Up there. Yeah, no, I can't see that on camera at all. Okay. So this may not be the color we're looking for. All right. In that case, let's find a different color to highlight with. How about that? Okay. Well, we do want a blue, but this is what I was saying. We're going to have to take our blue. We're going to have to take our very light blue up a little bit more. And this is kind of a cool feature of a wet palette is this paint right here. This is still usable. This is not going to go away because the wet palette's going to keep it fresh for us. So now, you know what? This is a nice off-white color right here. Pallid Witch Flesh. This will be the first GW color we're about to use. And I'm going to first try mixing the Pallid Witch Flesh with the electric blue. And we'll see how that does. And if that still sucks, then we will just try Pallid Witch Flesh on its own. Okay, here's a very important thing. This bottle is a little bit clogged up. Do not, under any circumstances, just turn the bottle upside down and squeeze real hard, thinking you're going to clear that block. What will happen is the top will shoot off of the bottle. Most of the bottle of paint will then empty onto your palette and probably all over your hands and desk, and you will have to clean that up. It's happened to me multiple times. I've learned my lesson. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. I'm gonna move this right quick. I have some drawers right here. I can't open this all the way because the microphone boom arm is right here, but right here in this drawer, I have some paper clips. This is all you need to clear a block and a dropper bottle like this. So we're just gonna straighten out an end of this paper clip. Probably a toothpick or something would also work. Just any long, skinny, pokey thing. But a paper clip is great because they're super disposable and you can just throw them away at the end. Okay. Now we're just gonna take that and just poke it down into the bottle and just kind of ram it back and forth like this for a minute. Now I felt the block clear. So, okay. Let's see what happens now. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna save that in case we need to use it again. Do not use the same paper clip in different bottles of paint. You will contaminate your colors if you do that. So just be aware. You can't see it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, is that it was going to be a little too subtle. Okay. So now we're going to hit it with a blast from our Spice Weasel. Bam! And we're going to take it up a notch. So we're going to take some of this electric blue and we're just going to mix in the Pallid Witch Flesh here. Oh, that seems very hard to see what I'm doing. These are very light colors, but basically I've taken some of the blue and I've taken some of the white and I've kind of mixed them together and they make kind of this color. All right, let's now try that. All right, let's see. Ah! Ooh, look at that contrast. Wow, yeah. It's almost white, but it's not quite. It's got hints of blue in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. Yeah. Look at that. Ah. Ooh. Whoa. Hey, now. All right. Now we're talking. Now, the thing with mixing paints is that it's not super repeatable. I don't often like to mix paints if I don't have to. So, okay, let me do just a couple more areas here with this mixture of electric blue and pallid witch flesh. And then we'll just examine what we've done. But I think we might end up just using pallid witch flesh. I think this is not incredibly different than if we just used straight up pallid witch flesh. But you know, let's just try this. I'm not hating it. Let's see. I can definitely see that on the camera. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. So, okay. One more shoulder bladey pad thing. I'm just gonna do the same spots. I'm just painting exactly over the same spots that I just did with the electric blue. And I can see they're coming out much nicer. Much nicer amount of detail. Yeah. So what we're gonna do after this is we're gonna go to his other arm, and we're gonna try doing exactly the same thing that we're doing right here, but with straight up pallid witch flesh. Just straight pallid witch flesh. Because if we can get away with that, that's gonna save us the trouble of having to mix paint. I hate mixing paint. I mean, there are circumstances where, yeah, you have to do it, but this may not be one of them. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see the differentiation on the camera there. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, now, okay, we'll just swizzle our brush a bit. I'm gonna say the word swizzle as much as possible. Also, it is raining and thunderstorming and stuff out here, so sorry if you guys are hearing the rain and thunderstorm things. Anyway. Okay, now let's just try a little bit of pallid witch flesh, just by itself, with no blue mixed in. Let's see what that looks like. Here we go. Let's just start with the left forearm. Is that what it's called? What is this called? What is this part of a thing called? Upper arm, bicep. The left bicep. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You know what? I like this. I like this. This is the highlight color it needs. Yeah. Ooh, can you guys see that yet? Oh yeah, you can. Oh wow, look how poppy that is. Jesus, that's fantastic. Pallid witch flesh for the win. Okay, yeah, pallid witch flesh it is. That is what we're gonna go with. Yep. So the color that we highlight with does not necessarily have to be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? It does not have to be like a derivative of the base color that we used. It just has to complement it. That's all it has to do. It just has to complement it. So, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put down some pallid witch flesh that's not interacting with the electric blue here. And then we're gonna use that. Okay, there you go. Wow, that on the camera that really just kind of fades into the wet palette. I don't know if anyone can even see that. I mean, yeah, I can see it. Okay, so let's just do all the same places that we did on the other side. We'll do, you know, up this shoulder here. And as it turns out, this is a pretty good size of brush to have chosen for this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm very happy with this. Okay. Got a little bit of it in the recess there, but that's okay. I'm not gonna go back and correct it. I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it in the recess. Wow, look at that. Ooh. Look at the contrast. That's what I want. That is exactly what I want. Now I could probably go around and just dry brush this like I initially tried to do with the electric blue, but I'm very much enjoying the results I'm getting from just brushing it on like this with a little small brush. I think it looks very nice. So I'm just gonna continue to do this. And then that's pretty much what we'll do. I'm not gonna highlight every tiny little millimeter of this thing, but mostly, yeah, we're gonna highlight the very prominent areas, I guess you would say. Prominent areas. Okay. Let's see. All right, so here's the side that we did with Pallid witch flesh. And then here's the side that we did with the mixture of Pallid witch flesh and electric blue. You love the name of the paint? You know, it is pretty cool. Yeah, GW is pretty good at coming up with names for paint. I gotta say. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not gonna go back over the electric blue side, but we are just gonna keep going with the Pallid witch flesh. Yeah, this is looking very nice, I think. Yeah. And again, we're not going to do just every single little, you know, edge that exists at any point on the mech, but we are going to do a lot of them. Let's see. We're going to do a lot of them. Ugh, trying to freehand straight lines. I'm running out of straight lines. Running out of good times. That's a song lyric. If anybody knows that song. Probably not. It's probably an obscure song. Anyway. Let's see. You know what? Let's highlight this little chest thing here. This little chest armor. I like this little chest armor thing that he's got going on here. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. We're running out of straight lines. We're running out of good time. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty decent. I'm not the best at edge highlighting. It does involve some level of freehand detailing and the ability to draw straight lines.
Drivers get up every day with one thing to do. And with Uber, they can get the time to do what they desire. Because drivers on the Uber app get the flexibility they need for anything, really.
Can do it a little bit.
Growing a business,
it's just very slow.
Or turning side projects
it's slow and time. Ah, shit! And I got paint in the little recess there. Ooh, that looks kind of bad. Ooh. Ooh, I got paint in the recess. I got white paint in the recess, and it looks bad. Oof. Ooh, right there. Oh yeah, I can see that on camera even. Jesus, that looks terrible. Wow. Yeah, we'll probably go back and fix that. That should be an easy fix. We'll just kind of reapply dark tone to that area. Not right now, but yeah, we'll just reapply dark tone to that area. And that's how we'll fix that. I don't know, we could try dry brushing Pallid Witch Flesh. Let's see. It might look better than this. Or better than this? I don't know about better than this, but it would definitely go quicker than this. But, you know, patience. Patience is a good thing to have, especially when painting. But also, I'm not the most patient person in the world. So a lot of times, if there's a shortcut, such as dry brushing, I will probably attempt to do it. Just in the interest of saving time. Which is why contrast paints are such an awesome thing. Contrast paint. Man, if we were using contrast paints, we'd be way past this step already. Anyway, let's see. This playlist still kicks ass too. You guys digging the music? I'm totally digging the music. I'm digging it. Yeah. Alright. Let's see, a little bit there. Do the up and down lines right here, and then we'll back and go across. Let's see. There? Yeah, okay. And then we'll go across the tops here. This. Yeah. Yeah, that's not looking too terrible. Let's see. Oh, I missed down. What do you think? Does that look okay? I don't know. It's something anyway. Now if we dry brush, it'll definitely be more subtle. Or it won't. I don't know. Sometimes there's no way to tell until we just do it, but... I don't hate this. Don't hate this. Let's see. I am rather curious what dry brushing will look like, though. Maybe we'll try it on the Raven first. I think that's the mech I care the least about out of all of these is the Raven. So if we're gonna try something, you know, questionable, we'll probably try it on that mech first. We'll probably try it on the Raven first. But for right now, I think this is going okay. Let's see, we'll just maybe do subtle this type things on those panels. Possibly. Also, my wet palette might have dried out a little bit. Might have to reliquify the sponge. Liquefy? But, well, I don't know about that. But I might have to get the sponge a little bit wetter than it currently is. Let's see. Let's do his head. Let's do his head. How about that? Let's do these kind of big areas right here. something like this. Little bit of that. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. This looks pretty decent. Yes. I don't know. You know what we could do, instead of basically drawing little boxes around each panel, we could try a different thing. What we could do instead of that, let's experiment here. Because what fun is painting if we don't experiment? Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, I already have the paint I need. Right here, in fact, this little conglomeration of paints. Okay. We're gonna take, no, actually, let's do this on the Raven, because like I was just saying, if we're gonna experiment, we're gonna do it on a mech we don't care about. So, I mean, not that I don't care about the Raven, but it's a 3D print, so I could just print another one. Anyway, okay, so here's what I want to try. Now, instead of doing edge highlighting like this, where we're basically just, well, highlighting the edges, what I'm going to try is making it look like light is catching the panels. I've actually never tried to do this before. So here we go. Let's take some electric blue, and we're just gonna start building up electric blue toward the back of this panel, like this. Now, if this doesn't work out, it will be easy to bring it back. We can just apply magic blue on top of this, and it'll basically cover up anything we don't like. So we can just go like this, and then on top of that we'll take some of our mixed color here and we'll apply that a little bit farther back. Okay. Then down here a little bit. Like that, and then take some of the just Pallid witch flesh, just apply that there, just in the corner. I don't think I like that. I'm probably not doing it. I'm probably not doing that super correctly. I'm sure there's much more of a blending technique to that, but I've really never tried to do that before. But basically the idea is that we go from our darkest tone, the magic blue, up through electric blue to white, and that will make it look like light is shining down on it, like so. And I don't exactly hate it, actually. But we'd have to do it in a lot more places than just that. Yeah, I'm not super into that. I think I'm gonna undo that. I think I'm gonna just take my magic blue and just restore what I had. And yeah, since I'm putting that over white right now, it'll look a little bit different. Oh, actually, hey, look what I've done. Ooh. Oh, did I just find the missing ingredient? Actually, let's see. No, I've never actually tried to do this before. I've only ever seen other people do it. Stuff, and it looks good when other people do it. No, I guess that's fine. Okay. But, okay, at the same time, that's what I'm saying about don't be afraid to experiment with your models. If you mess it up, I don't know, cover it up or something. The worst case scenario is you're going to strip the paint. And actually, the worst case scenario with these models is I'm going to print a new one. You know, these are 3D prints. I have a couple bottles of resin in the other room. It's fine. Let me see. Oh, hey, I finished Space Force. It was really good. John Malkovich ranting about cream soda just makes my day. Nice, man. Oh, I just finished, what was the thing I just finished? Shit. Better Call Saul. I finished Better Call Saul Season 5. Ooh, it was so good. Oh my god, it was so good. Wow, it was so good. You know, I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but wow, let me just say, it was so good. Also, just a little while ago, just like an hour or two before I started streaming, I watched that movie X from A24 that we discovered last night when... Oh, okay. I watched the movie X. Also, you tried to tell me about a movie last night, and I found it. It's not out yet, for one thing, but it's called Marcel the Shell Who Wears Shoes, or something like that. I think that's what it was. Marcel the Shell Who Wears Shoes from A24. But like, I just went to A24's website, and it's under the coming soon part, so it's not out yet. But yeah. But I watched the movie X from A24. Awesome. You know, it's your kind of typical horror movie thing, but with the A24 sort of twist. Well, not twist is the wrong, but take the A24 take. You know, the A24 style. You know, it's that sort of thing. It was pretty good. You know, horror movie. But yeah. But Space Force was really good. Better Call Saul was really good. What was the other thing? X was pretty good. Oh, I have that movie that you wanted me to get. Yeah, I have that. Apparently I already downloaded it, so I have it. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so let us just continue to do the thing that we were already doing, which is to just edge highlight. Also, what we could do is just edge highlight this particular atlas in this way, and we could try dry brushing on like all of the other models and stuff. Oh, I gotta get that little spot. You know what? That little spot is driving me crazy. I gotta fix that. And here's how I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take a little bit of dark tone. I'm going to put it on my wet palette. I'm gonna put like a drop of this on the wet palette. Hopefully it doesn't just go right through the parchment paper. Let's see. Okay, great. Okay. Just a little tiny dot, dark tone. I'm gonna just take that in my brush here. Okay, and then we're just gonna apply that dark tone right back into the recess here. Okay. Just like that. There we go. Okay, fixed. Boom, fixed. Awesome. And there's a little spot right there too. Normally I do this at the end, but I don't know, it's driving me crazy. Right in the recess. Don't want to get it on the white too much, because then we'll have to reapply the white, but yeah. that looks good. Did I mess up anything down here? No, I think that's okay. Alright. It's a little right there, as long as I have this out. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Great. Okay. Just neaten that right up. Okay. And the that wash does not seem to be absorbing through the parchment paper, so that's good. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Now, let's see. I think for a lot of these panels, we're just gonna do little subtle kind of things like this. We're not gonna, you know, make it a whole little box around the panel. We're just gonna put a little line at one end, kind of like that. You know, just so it doesn't look kind of boring, you know? Not everything needs to be a box. You don't always need to box everything in. But we do need to make it look interesting. I hope that's what I'm doing. No, I didn't really have a plan for this or anything. It's not like I really have... Yeah, it's not like I really have a plan for this. I just have a general way that I envision it coming out, I guess. Okay, yeah, it's looking pretty decent so far. I am so far happy with this. Let's see. Let's do down here. Do this whole little panel-y bit. Okay. And then we'll do the legs, I think. Oh, actually, let's do this. Let's just put thing there. Let's put it there. We'll try to keep it kind of on the same side. I know I've done some boxy things already, but that's okay. You know, if I don't like the boxy things I've done, we can just go back with magic blue and cover them up. And I might do that, in fact. I don't know. Yeah, because we don't want everything to be a little box, basically. Yeah, there are probably some areas I'm going to go back and cover up. Probably. Also, I might add a little bit of flow improver. Just a little tiny bit. Let's see. Let me not bump the microphone trying to get this down. Okay. All right, I have some Liquitex flow improver right here. Normally you use this in your airbrush, but it's good for not even, I don't want to say thinning paints. I mean, it will thin the paint, but that's not what we're going to do with it. We're just going to use a little drop of it. Okay, wow, that is way more than I actually wanted. Holy shit. Okay, that is too much. That's way too much. Oh my gosh. I've dumped way too much of that onto my palette there. Crap. I was not expecting that much to come out. Good lord. Okay, let's put a... Well, I've definitely ruined that batch of Pallid Witch Flesh there. Okay, let's put a little bit more right here. I just want like a tiny drop. Just a tiny drop, and like a ton of it came out and just got all up in my Pallid Witch Flesh there. Okay, so I just want a little bit. I just want a little bit of flow improver. Now what flow... Wow, shit. I hit the microphone into my glasses. Now what flow improver does, if you don't use flow improver, you probably should, but what it does is it doesn't just thin your paints, it also kind of decreases the... No, the other way. It also kind of increases the drying time of your paints, so you'll have longer to work with it. It's not exactly like a retarder kind of thing, but it's close. It's close to that. Ah, yeah, there we go. Really what it's for is making your paint flow more smoothly, which is why it's called Flow Improver. And so that, yeah, that is exactly what it's done here. Oh yeah, this is much better. Okay. Much better. Okay, yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. And now I have much longer to work with the paint. Okay. Great. Great. Yeah. Oh, that is so much better. Like that is a ridiculous amount better. Look how much longer I'm painting with this before I have to reload my brush. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Flow Improver. Yeah. That is the way to go. A cool thing about mechs like this is that they're basically all just kind of harsh angular lines. So this edge highlighting process, oh shit. Up to that point, this edge highlighting process was real easy. Damn. Okay, when we make a big mistake like this, all we have to do is come back here, grab our base color, and then just go right over that. Just go right over that. Now, because the color we were just using was white, and our base was a dark gray that we put magic blue on top of, yeah, okay, it's gonna look slightly different, but can you notice that? This is one of those things where if you don't tell anybody you made that mistake and that's how you fixed it, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know that. Like, I can't really see that now, where I made that mistake. So, you know, there's really no need to ever bring that up again, honestly. No one will ever know it happened, you know? And if you tell anyone that bush is there, I will come to your house. Family Guy. Yeah. That'll just be our little secret. And if you tell anyone that bush is there, yeah. Let's see. The movie Ted K, we totally have to watch that. I mean, I guess, man. What is your obsession with this dude? I guess. I mean, I'm down to watch it, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is totally doing exactly what I want. Stuff. And you know, there's not a big variation in tone on each like part of the mech, but I don't really care. Again, we're not trying to win any painting prizes here. We're just trying to make cool models to put on the table and play BattleTech. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that leg. Isn't that nice? That's such a cool leg as compared to the other leg that's kind of flat and bland at this point. Yeah. Now I think once we finish the edge highlighting on this mech, I want to try dry brushing the Pallid Witch Flesh onto the Raven, and we'll see what that looks like. And maybe if that looks okay, we'll just dry brush the Pallid Witch Flesh onto the rest of our mechs. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. Oh, you know, I'm just realizing it's Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I was like, hey, usually people watch my stream on Sundays, huh? But yeah, it's totally Easter, I bet. Everybody's off doing Easter family things, right? Because other people do those things, I bet. Okay. I don't know, is this a big holiday? I think there are some stores that are closed today. Right? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And then we got some on that part of the leg there. Okay. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep it. This is so much nicer with the flow improver here. I'm having a much better time with it. Man, the big angular panels are great because we can just catch them with the edge of the brush, and then it's very easy to do. Yeah. Very easy to do. So, yeah. Yeah. And if you've never edge highlighted before, here's what we're actually doing. Let me get that off of there. Okay. Here's what we're actually doing. Sometimes we're freehanding a little bit with the tip, but most of the time we're taking the edge of the bristles, just the edge, and we're placing it against the sharp edges, like where the where the panel wraps around and stuff. We're placing the edge against that, and then we're just using the edge of the brush to deposit paint onto that edge of the model, and so it's called edge highlighting. That is what we're doing. Like so. I'm not the best at this, but you know, I'm okay at it. Sometimes I skip this step. Now, oh, that was bad. Sometimes we are using the point. Sometimes we don't have a choice about that. Sometimes we're just taking the point of the brush and kind of drawing a straight line. That's not the most ideal thing to do, but it is what you gotta do sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes that is the thing. Yeah. This is looking really nice. I'm very happy with the way this is coming out. Yes. 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 Yeah. Oh, I got white in my black. Damn. Well, that's going to be more stuff I have to touch up. Ah. Shit. Okay. Alright. I think that's mostly it. Let's see. Let's do right down here on the bottom of this, right where the ankle is there. Okay. Now notice I didn't do around these, you know, knee joints and stuff. That's because I'm gonna make those a different color. So, okay, let's see. Oh, okay, I'm seeing places on the arms I didn't do. Let's see. Oh, I'm seeing places on the chest I didn't do. Right here. maybe a little bit right there. Oh, you guys can't see that? Shit. Let's see. I feel like I'm figuring out how to hold this in front of the camera a little bit. Like I kind of have to tilt it this way somewhat, and then I think you guys can see it. Maybe. Possibly. Everybody see that? Okay. Good. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, here we go. And then just a little bit more on each finger. Just kind of like this. So a little bit like that. So the fingers are kind of differentiated. Something like that. Okay, I messed that up a little bit, but that's alright. Okay, so mostly, I think that's... oh, you know what? I missed like his whole back. I was like, I'm pretty much done with this. Nope, I missed his whole back. He has no highlighting on his back now. Damn. Okay, let me touch up a couple spots here. Like the thing I just did right here. Okay, you're looking at the base. No, the thing I just did right here. We're just gonna touch that up real quick. That looks like crap. Okay, now it looks better. It looks better now, possibly. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and get some dark tone. And we're gonna deposit that dark tone right in this ankle thing here where I've clearly got a whole bunch of Pallid Witch flesh in the recess. And I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry, oh my god. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, that's alright. It's not the worst. Okay. Also, I think I'm gonna fix his like front skirty belt thing here. And what I've done was I just drew a bunch of little like house shapes kind of around each one of those, and I don't really like it. So I'm gonna get out the eraser and just take some of those off. I think we're gonna just go like this. Yeah, here we go. And when I say the eraser, what I mean is I'm just gonna take my base color and go over some of these lines that I made. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now there are only lines on one side. Cool. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, I am liking that a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, and now I need a little bit more of this. Just fix a thing I just messed up there. Sometimes you end up having to touch up your touch-ups, but that's okay. There. Okay. There we go. I think that looks better. What do you think? Think that looks pretty good? Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that so far. Okay. Now we gotta do his back. Oh my god. I forgot about this. The back of models. Oh my god. I forgot models had backs. That's right. Of course we have to paint the other side. Let's start down here. Okay. That. Let's see. Okay, so he's got kind of the same like skirt thing going on back here. Let me see. You know what? I need to put this camera like up higher or something. need to like raise the perspective. So it's kind of looking like straight on at what I'm painting, and maybe it would be better if the camera were looking like down from the top rather than straight, like, you know, straight on like this. I bet it would be much easier to hold the models, and I bet it would be easier for you guys to see. I bet. And I think I can do that. I think I have a thing to do that. Think what I can do, I think. I'm going to continue prefacing all of these ideas with the words I think, because I'm uncertain. But I think what I can do is use the big desk clampy hole thing that I have in the closet to elevate the camera. So right now the camera is mounted on what these things are called, like magic clamps, I think. And so it's on one of these magic clamp things, and it just has kind of a big like articulating arm and stuff. But what I could do, I think, is take this magic clamp and then clamp it onto the big desk mount thing. You know, I kind of want to try this. Maybe we'll try this live on stream and you can tell me if it's any better. I think that would be doable. I guess it depends on how much the cable's actually tied up under the desk. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we'll do that. It doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. Let's see. You know what? Let me see. Okay, there's like a couple. Let's finish this mech, which is not very much more. It's like these 4 panels, I think. What's that? I think I like it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the back of the arms. Damn. Ah, stupid backs of things. Ah, okay. Let's see. Backs of arms. Like so. Then that one and that one. Ah, I keep holding my hand right in front of the way. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna get the thing out of the closet, and we'll see how much of a hassle this will be to do. And I probably will do it, but how much of a hassle it's going to be, that's going to determine whether I'm going to do it right now or whether I'm going to wait until after the stream. Okay, so I'm going to get this thing out, and I'm going to be like 2 feet away, so I'm not going to put the BRB thing on the screen. I'll probably still be here talking to myself, so yeah, okay. Don't go anywhere. Let's do this. Okay, now I get to move a bunch of stuff out from in front of the closet door. Okay, have the arm. This is much bigger than I thought it was. Actually, this would definitely work. Let's see. This is it right here. So it will clamp it will clamp onto my desk with this thing, and then basically I'll put the magic clamp thing, I don't know, around here, and then it'll just kind of levitate above the area that I'm working. And, let's see. Yeah, I can definitely put it right here. Okay, now the question is, how hard will it be to get myself some slack in the cable? So the cable's definitely long enough. Give me just a second here. I think this will not be real hard to do. I think we're just going to try this real quick. It shouldn't even involve disconnecting the camera. It's just going to kind of float around for a minute. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes here. Let's see. I guess... Wow. I'm going to knock things right into the microphone. How about that? Did that? Yeah, that totally did. That just fell right into the boom arm there. Okay. I guess I'm gonna connect the thing first. And then, well, no, because I'm gonna need to move this over. Okay. You know what? I need the slack in the cable first. Yes, I can hear you, fake name. Hello, Steven. This is Clem Van. Oh, yeah, Clem Pandango. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Cable slack. No, maybe this is going to be a little bit harder than I thought. Okay, I think this is going to be a thing that I do off stream. Damn. Okay, well, we'll just deal with it for the rest of the night, and then once this stream is over, I'll see about hooking this up and getting the camera in a slightly better perspective. Second. It won't actually take that long to actually reposition the camera, but the thing that will take a long time is redoing all the cable management and stuff. So, yeah. So, I have an extension cord from the Elgato face cam here going all the way over to the computer that runs under the desk, and it's tied up at several points, and like I can get some slack in there, but I don't know. It'd be a weird thing to do on camera, I guess. Let's see. But on the upside, I don't know. I think that looks not too bad. His head looks a little weird, I think. Maybe we can fix this boxy thing that I did on his head here. Let's just kind of overwrite this line here. Maybe something like that. Something like that. And then kind of the same thing on the other side here. We'll put some more. Oh, is all my blue dried out there? Put some more magic blue over this. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because I don't want the panels to look like they're boxed in, but something like that. Ish. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see. And then there's a little kind of shitty spot right there. We'll just kind of go around and fix all our little shitty spots. Yeah, that's pretty. Ooh, the back of this leg. Oof. It's kind of an oof spot right there. Is that what I'm calling these? Oof spots? There we go. Something like that. A little bit right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, now I think we're gonna just try dry brushing the Pallid Witch Flesh. So I mean, you see how long that just took. That took the better part of the stream to do that, and to figure out which color to use even. Okay. So, because my generic Amazon large dry brush is drying, we can't use that one. So we'll use a different dry brush, and we're gonna test this on the Raven. So I think I'll use the Army Painter large dry brush. Turn. Large dry brush, yeah. Let's see. B magnet. Flip the back of this. And now it's magnetic. Boom. Okay. So that. Ow. Alright. So we don't want to dry brush with our wet palette. Well, I mean, I guess we can, actually. Yeah, I don't want to change palettes, actually. Oh, let me put this back over here, too. Yeah, okay. We'll continue to use the wet palette, I guess. Screw it. Why not? Alright, so we'll just put down a little bit more Pallid Witch Flesh in a different spot. Just a little tiny bit, since this is a test. Okay, and then we will take the Army Painter large dry brush, and then Pallid Witch Flesh up in that, and just wipe most of that off in the paper towel. Yeah, we're definitely gonna move this camera. Yeah, I can't even see what I'm doing on the thing here. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that already looks horrible, doesn't it? Oof. I did not get enough paint off of this for one thing. So. Does that look really bad? Well, I don't know. I don't hate it. See. It doesn't exactly have the effect I was going for, but I don't hate it. It's kind of making it look like the whole thing is covered in some kind of dust. Let's see. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, honestly. As long as we get it fairly uniform. I mean, it doesn't look at all like what we just did on the Atlas, but you know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm not hating it. I think if I hated it, I would probably stop. Let's get a little bit more here. I do need to get more of it off of the brush than I just started with. But you know, we can just try it on the base. There we go. Okay. Huh. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Interesting effect. Interesting effect. Yeah, it does make it look a little kind of worn and dusty. But I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. Yeah. Just get the whole thing. I'll make sure I stab the camera with the brush. Okay. Huh. Okay. A little bit in there. All right, let's compare. Dry brushed Raven, edge highlighted Atlas. Now, the Raven took about a minute, whereas the Atlas took about an hour. Yeah. I mean, they both have their unique qualities, but I think I'm going to go with the dry brushing thing here in the interest of saving time, and that looks pretty decent. So, okay. That looks all right. Yeah. Yeah, let's use a larger dry brush and do that. Well, no. Let's use the same dry brush even and do that on the rest of the mechs. On the other two mechs. The same dry brush? Yeah, let's use the same dry brush. Yeah. At least for the archer. Let's do the archer next. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's fine. Again, it's not. Neither one of these things are like exactly what I wanted, but I don't know.
For once in our life, we've actually got magic
on
our side.
Ads. Hey. All right. So we'll test this first before we just go right on it. We'll do it on the base. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's dry brush Pallid witch flesh onto the archer. Yes. Oh, here we go. Maybe I just did it too thickly on the Raven. Yeah, this is more what I was looking for here. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're gonna need a larger dry brush, I think, but yes. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger dry brush. Yeah, let's even go for... Let's go for the GW medium dry brush. How about that? I think that'll be our best guy. Let's leave that one for a minute. There we go. We'll just go right to this one. GW medium dry brush. Make sure we got most of the paint off of this. Okay. Here we go. Yes. 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 Steven, how would you feel about doing a no? Ah, okay. This is... Can you guys see what that's doing? I'm very much enjoying how this is coming out. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty much how I was wanting to do this, you know. It's a little bit more pronounced on the metal atlas than I really wanted it to be. But, you know, it's okay. That's fine. So, yeah, we'll just do the dry brushing. Yeah, this is pretty good. GW medium dry brush. Way to go. Very nice. Yeah, it's important to use the right brush. Okay, and then like get all up in there. Insides of the arms and the torso and the legs and all the places and all the stuff. Yeah. Just get all up in my shit. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yes. Yes. Ah, this is good. This is good. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes. That looks fantastic. Yes. Okay. All it takes is using the right color. Okay. Here are the Raven and the Archer, having been dry brushed with Pallid Witch Flesh. Can you guys see the highlight that did? And then let's compare the Archer to the Atlas that we haven't done this on yet. Can you see the difference? I don't know how well that comes out on this camera. But this is the difference. And then here's the difference between edge highlighting for an hour and dry brushing for a minute and a half. I mean, the edge highlighting doesn't look too bad, but man, I very much like the dry brushing better. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, wow. That's fantastic. Okay, so now we still have to do just the resin atlas. And so we'll do that. Just put down a little bit more paint. Okay. Yep. Go. A bit more paint. Yes. Okay, let's make sure we got enough off the brush there. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. About now. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I like that very much. I really am enjoying what this is doing to it. Okay. I mean, it is giving it kind of a dusty thing, but that's not a bad thing. Like, these are basically walking tanks. Like, you don't want them looking like super pristine, like they just rolled off the showroom floor, right? Like these are battle machines. They should look like they've been in a little bit of battle, right? I mean, I don't like to make them look weathered or anything like that, but also like looking brand new. I don't know if that's necessarily the way to go. But whatever the thing is, this is definitely what I want. Oh man, that looks so good. That looks so good. I'm very happy with this. Oh yeah, let's get a little more. Doop. Okay. Down. Some places it even gives it a little bit of a gradient, like that. Yeah, like on the ankles there, kind of transitions from blue to white, or vice versa. I like that. Okay. Get his face a little bit there, yeah. Oh, I broke one of his antennas off. Oh man. Damn. Let's see. Oh, you can kind of see that white skull thing kind of starting to come out. We're actually going to paint that in at some point. We're going to use Ulthuan Gray to do that, but you can kind of see it there a little bit. Yeah. Cool. That arm. That arm. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay, I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Yes. Behold. Dry brushing. Okay. I'm gonna leave this one, you know, like it is. That's fine. You know, experimentation is a thing. So also throw this paper clip away. Anyway. Okay. And now that we're done dry brushing, we'll wash off our brushes. And then we'll move on to the next step. Which is, let's see, now that we've... That's basically highlighting. So now that we've highlighted, we're going to move on to picking out actual details on each mech. Weapons and joints and cockpit glass and stuff like that. All those kinds of things. We're going to move on to picking that stuff out. So I think we're going to make all the weapons black, but I haven't really gotten too much past that yet. This step typically doesn't take an incredible amount of time. All right. Hang our large dry brush up there. And then we can take this dry brush down and put it back in the cup. And then we'll wash off our Army Painter large dry brush. Doobie 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 doobie. Army Painter large dry brush. So I was playing MechWarrior 5 a little bit earlier. And I reached rank 13 in my mercenary company, which is awesome. However, the year is now 3041, right? And apparently, in like 3040, 3041, something like that, House Davion merges with House Davion merges with House Steiner to become a territory known as the Federated Commonwealth, right? It's like House Steiner is the Lyran Commonwealth, and House Davion is the Federated Sons, right? So they become the Federated Commonwealth, right? And that's cool, except what... And I knew this was going to happen because they talked about... Like, this was... That was kind of what they were talking about when we were doing the Kestrel Lancers campaign. So we knew this was coming. We knew that Davion and Steiner were going to merge at some point, right? And so I don't know how I expected this to work, but I had the maximum amount of reputation with Davion, and I had 4 out of 5 additional negotiation points with Steiner. I spent all that time building up reputation with these factions, only to have both factions dissolve. And now there is a new faction with which I have no reputation at all. Damn it. Man. I mean, on the upside, there's still Rasselhag. There's now free Rasselhag, and I have like, I think I have 4 negotiation points with free Rasselhag now. But I think they're the only faction that I have any influence with at this point in the game, so that sucks. You know, we'll probably play some Mech Warrior 5 tomorrow or something, but yeah. So let's get a new paper towel since we dry brushed with this one. Then. And then. Okay, here we go. New paper towel. And then we're gonna go around on each mech, pick out all of the weapons. You guys can't see that. Pick out all of the weapons. These things here, stuff like that, and make them black. And we're gonna use our lovely Abaddon black. This is the best black. Well, I haven't used Army Painter black, but let's see. I had some Vallejo black over here somewhere. I don't see it now. Maybe I put it somewhere else. Wherever it went, Vallejo black is garbage. This is the black you want. You want Citadel Abaddon black, GW black. That's the good stuff right there. Super opaque, whereas Vallejo black is a little transparent for some reason. I don't know why, but it is, and that's dumb. So yeah. Anyway, what thing is this one? Oh, and I have a brand new pot of it too. I haven't even opened this one yet. But this is, okay. This is what GW paints come in. These little, why do I keep showing things to the microphone? This is the microphone. Okay, these little pots suck so much. So what you're gonna want to do is get yourself some dropper bottles on Amazon. Just buy a bag of dropper bottles, and then take your pots of Citadel paint and put them in dropper bottles. And what I do, because this is very thick paint when you get it, so what I do is actually I take this flow improver right here, this Liquitex flow improver, Liquitex flow aid, in fact, I take this and I put 14 drops of this in each pot of Citadel paint, and then I just dump that into a dropper bottle, and I don't have to thin it anymore. It's basically pre-thinned at that point, and it's just nice. And we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it right now. You may want a different amount of flow aid, or you might want to use a different, substance. You might want to just use water or something. I guess that's fine. You might. I also have like acrylic paint thinner, but you don't really need that. You can just thin acrylic paint with water, but stuff like that. I do have those things. So, but I like to thin my GW paint with flow improver. Okay, shit. No, I dropped my brush. Great. Okay, is this a commercial? Oh, nationwide. Okay. So. Alright, here we go. We have shaken up our pot of paint. And, oh my god, that lid is on there very tightly. Okay. Here we go. We're about to use black. We're gonna use black, everybody. Get ready for it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna put it kind of in the corner down here. Okay. And there it is. GW Abaddon Black. Awesome. The best black. Which is why I have more, in case I run out. Alright, so we're gonna start with the Metal Atlas, but we're gonna go around to each mech and make all their weapons black. Okay. Things that are going to be metal will be the last things that we're going to do, because after we paint metal, we're gonna have to go change our paint water. So we're gonna start with, you know, things like this little gun here. We're gonna make that all black. Basically got guns everywhere. Let's see. Let me try and reposition the microphone here. What if we bring this down here a little bit? Let's see. I need to hold this about here, so if I... Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, and if I have the microphone right here, then I think that helps. Okay. Alright, so, black, yeah. Now, if we can get that to cover in one coat, that's great. Normally it doesn't, but... Wow, it looks like it kind of did. But we'll, you know, we'll let that dry and then we'll come back to it. Anyway, so then this whole little, like, missile rack thing right here, we're gonna make that black. And again, I'm using my cheap Amazon #2 brush to do this. So we're gonna make this whole thing black. Okay. This whole little rack thingy right here. This is just gonna be black. You know, like ultramarines, basically, you paint them blue, and like, again, I've never painted ultramarine. Well, one time I painted a dead ultramarine, but anyway, we're just gonna paint them blue, and then we make their weapons black, and that's basically the ultramarine color scheme, and that's pretty much what we're doing on these mechs, is the ultramarine color scheme. I imagine in most places here it's going to take 2 coats of this black in order to, like, cover completely, but, you know, it could end up going differently. I don't know. Let's see. And then, I mean, there's some guns on the arms and stuff. We're gonna make those black. Just gonna make sure we're getting all the little spotty spots and stuff. That's pretty good. See what that looks like there? Okay. Yeah. And then of course, once all the little detail bits are different colors, of course we'll come back and highlight those too. You know, it wouldn't do to just highlight one color on the thing and then leave it. That would be dumb. Anyways, let's see. So those, and then we have We have these guns on the arms here, so we'll make these black. This. And now, I'm being a little careful not to get, you know, not to get black on my nice blue armor. Because at this point, well, it's not such a big deal on this particular atlas where I went around and edge highlighted and stuff, but on the other models where I dry brushed the Pallid Witch Flesh onto their armor, if I have to go back and touch up any of that armor, it will be a much bigger deal than if I have to go back and touch up anything on this atlas. Because basically now, the dry brushing on these models has altered the base tone. So I can't just go back and reapply magic blue if I mess up. Although that's probably what I will do, and I'll just leave it, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna try not to have to do that. So we're just gonna be as neat as possible. And we're just gonna, you know, exercise good brush control here and stuff. And then that's basically that. Probably applying this slightly too thickly also. But that's okay, we're not going to be super picky about it. It's fine. Seems like it's covering in one coat, and I'm not going to complain about that. It doesn't normally. Okay. Let's see. This atlas has like 2 missile launcher things in the chest here, so we're going to just make these areas black. Right here, we're going to just do this. Bit right there. Just in that panel. Okay, yep. And then the same thing on the other side. Looking very nice so far, I think. Yeah, look at that. Okay. And then I think we'll also make this little radar dish thing black. Well, I got a spot of black on it, so now I kind of have committed to that, huh? Okay. But yeah, we'll just take this, make it all black. So, go. Bit right there. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Now, do we need to go back anywhere else? Do we need to apply a second coat anywhere? Maybe a little there. I don't think we even need to really apply a second coat of that. That looks pretty good, I think. Is this a weapon? I can't really tell if this thing is a weapon. Huh. What does it look like on this atlas? Does it have that? It doesn't really have that. I'm gonna assume that's not a weapon. But, okay. Alright, so now the question is, do we want to make anything else on this black? And I don't think so. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks alright, I think. Alright. Alright. Moving on to Resin Atlas. Let's make his weapons and stuff black. Okay. I think after we do the black weapons, I think the next thing we'll do is maybe paint the skull faces on the atlases. That sounds interesting. It shouldn't be too hard to do. It's not like I have to freehand anything to do that. It's just like the pieces are already there. So we'll just, we'll just use the geometry that's already in place and just follow the contours and stuff. And then that'll be that. Oh, look at that. That looks good already, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay. Nice. Very much liking how this is coming out. This is going to be an awesome lance. Yeah. I can't wait to play this game. Give me something to talk about, guys. I don't really have a lot of topics on hand right now. Painting streams require an infusion of topics from the audience. Where I can just be like, oh yeah, that'll be a fun thing to talk about for 45 minutes. What's a cool thing? What can we talk about? Oh no. Let's see. I am going to get a new 3D printer. So I currently have a resin printer. It's the Anycubic Photon Mono, and that's what I used to print this atlas that I'm holding and these other models and stuff. And it's very nice, I like it a lot. But I need an FDM printer. I need a filament printer. So I have been I know what printer I want. I'm gonna get the Ender 3 V2. I've been eyeballing that printer for quite a while, and I'm finally gonna get it. But right now, my 3D printing stuff is not in the best position physically. The actual printer is just on kind of a shitty little table that I don't really like. It's a sturdy table, but it's very small. And then all the rest of the supporting stuff, the wash and cure station, and all the gloves and tools and just alcohol and things like that are on just a plastic fold-out table, which is not the best situation. So finally I have found a table that will be much more ideal to put my 3D printing stuff on. And it's like a 6-foot workbench from Home Depot. Ray bloody purchase. What's wrong, Toast? Are you unhappy with your purchases? Yeah, so I'm gonna get this workbench from Home Depot, and I'm gonna get the Ender 3 V2, and I think I'm going to film and make a video out of unboxing the Ender 3 V2 and then setting up this whole new 3D printing station. I think I'm gonna make a video out of this. So it's gonna be putting the table together, and then it's gonna be it's going to be moving my current 3D printing stuff onto it, and also setting up the Ender 3 V2 as part of that like station type thing. And then we can do some follow-up videos with the Ender 3 and just stuff like that. I don't know. Right now, it's kind of a mess in there. So I'm definitely gonna do some cleaning up before I go filming anything. But I think, you know, next weekend, I think I'm gonna do that stuff. So I don't know when the video will be coming, but there will probably be a video about that sort of stuff. This looks really good. I'm very happy with this. I like this color scheme so far. Yeah, it's quite good. Let's see, so it's picking out the weapons, and then let's see, we'll have to pick out like the cockpits in each mech. Ooh, nice. Stuck my finger right in that paint. Yeah, we'll have to pick out the cockpits on each mech in a different color. Maybe red, maybe orange, maybe gold. I don't know. Let's see. And then the joints, I will show you what color I'm going to use for that. Let's see. So the joints will then be this color right here. Vallejo metal color dark aluminum. I love this color. It's fantastic. What we do with that is we put down the Vallejo metal color dark aluminum. We follow that up with a wash of GW Nuln oil, which I think is up there on my shelf, right, just above me. And then over that, we dry brush some Vallejo metal color chrome, right? So the dark aluminum, it's a very dark metal, and the chrome, it's a very bright metal, and it creates this really, really sharp contrast, and it looks great. It makes it look like really old, kind of worn metal and stuff, and I just love that look. That's basically how I do all of my metallics now. I just use that. I love it. We're gonna paint this antenna black. Let's do that. The Archer does not have a lot of exposed weaponry. There's a version of the Archer that has like open, you know, missile pods and stuff, but I figured why give myself more work, you know. Plus this is pretty cool looking. And open missile pods I think would eventually break off, so we'll just not do that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. That many weapons on them. The Raven's cockpit is just like right here, I think. It's going to be interesting to try and fill that in. We'll have to use I mean, for all of them, we'll have to use kind of a small brush, but let's see. Okay, so I think we'll just make these parts black.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
That's the Nationwide commercials today. It's nice. Too bad. In there a little bit. And then the back of that, we'll make his little antennas black also. Just right there. And eventually we're gonna have to try to do this House Davion stripe thing. Yeah. Go. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. I think that's a weapon right there. I don't know. I don't really want to paint that black. Let's just make this black right here. This bottom around there. Okay, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Here. A little bit there, a little bit back here, a little bit of a second coat right there. Let's see, do we need second coats? Yes. Maybe a little bit there. It's not too transparent. No, it looks alright. I think that's good. And then let's just clean that off. And then we'll just make the little antennas black. These things here. I like this music. This music is pretty good. What time is it? Oh, it's almost midnight. Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Doesn't really feel like 2 hours. Time just kind of went by. I didn't really notice. Okay. There. It's not too bad. So. What color for the cockpits? Maybe... You know, I was gonna say maybe red, but... You know, if we're gonna do a white and red stripe, I don't want red to appear in other places on the mechs. Let's see. Let me get my arm out of the camera. What color should we make the cockpit? I don't really want to do a metallic color for that. Green would look weird, wouldn't it? Yellow would look weird. I would say white, except the Atlas's faces are going to be white. So, I don't know. This is a good question. Maybe I need to think about this. What color should we make cockpits? What do you guys think? What color should we... For the Atlas, the cockpit is the eyes right here and a little bit the nose there. Right, so right behind this area that we're gonna fill in with Celestra Gray. So I'm not exactly sure what color to make that. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Need to think about this. Sometimes you get stuck. Nothing's just immediately jumping into my mind. It should be something bright. Oh. But not green. Not green. Green will look terrible. I don't know. I need to think about this. Huh. Well, I mean, we've been going for 2 hours. Maybe this is a good place to stop. I don't know. We made a lot of progress. I mean, we got highlighting and dry brushing done, and we got the weapons picked out and everything. And so now it's just the cockpits and the joints. You know, I mean, we're making a lot of progress on these mechs. It's not really taking as long as I thought it was going to take to paint them. Honestly, I think the hardest part is going to be when we try to do the Davion stripe thing. I think that's going to be the hardest part. So, yeah, I think we'll stop for tonight. I need to think about this cockpit thing. I need to think about what color to make the cockpits. Let's see. Hang my brush here. Yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Oops. Okay. Putting this on backwards. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. All right. So I think tomorrow we'll do gaming tomorrow. I think we'll. Okay, either we're gonna continue playing Mech Warrior tomorrow, or I thought maybe we could play Dishonored 2. Just start a new game of Dishonored 2, because that game is fantastic. I love Dishonored 2. I love Dishonored in general, but Dishonored 2 is the best one. And yeah. So I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. I don't know that we'll necessarily do that. Although you guys can let me know what you want. Would you rather see Mech Warrior? Would you rather see Dishonored? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm going to end it here for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to do all the YouTube things. Be sure to like, subscribe, do a third thing. And that's it. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody.